Well, now I think let's shift the focus a bit from taxi driver.
Yes.
Some people are hoping that it comes back though.
They should come and sponsor it. Don't face camera. Patapaa no. Papa ya to nebo akoto 8 years they are pump suits. 8 years or they are pump suits. The suits no can say it's change money baby to me up Ghana. It will be a countries around the world will be a flag. Will be a generation.
Small.
They are Vgma.
That's where I'm coming to. There's been a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're new to these complaints.
No.
Year after year, they come on. Is it because the people do not understand the process, or they have valid points?
People do understand the process very, very well, but people get, unhappy when what they believe is their favorite does not win, or what they assume should be their favorite does not win. If we paused this production right now and said, let us check on the phones of everybody in this room, the entire crew, I could swear on my late mother's grave that nobody voted even once for Patapaa in this room. I mean, anybody could challenge me.
Who won the Song of the Year?
The Song of the Year was won by Fancy Gadam, which was all cheat.
But can you guarantee that anyone in this room could have Fancy Gadam on?
I cannot guarantee that anyone in this room voted for Fancy Gadam, but I could tell you confidently that if we went to places like Fadama, went to places like Nima, went to places like Asherman, went to places like Malata, Newtown, Mamobi, you would find people that voted crazily and massively for Fancy Gadam.
Wow.
You see, there is a certain thing that our artists need to build, and that is a loyal fan base. We are all people that follow music and we like it and we jam to it and all that, but are we really loyal fans? Which artist are you ready to follow and say, this artist, yeah, I'll die for him? There are very, very, very few acts in this country that have that. Shatawale is one of them. Sarkodie is another. Stonebwoy is another. But the one who is probably making waves right now and has proven to be the biggest is that young man called Fancy Gadam. Again, it's probably because of where he's coming from. You see, there isn't a lot of competition when it comes to the music space where he's coming from. And they look at him as an icon. They see him as some kind of a demigod. And when
you mean the North?
Yes, and not just Tamale, the entire 3 northern regions. Some would say, oh, well, which people now voted for him? When you look at the vote statistics, you realize that it is not one particular number.
Let's get a bit into the voting statistics and the trend in which it goes. Is everything by the public?
No, everything is not by the public.
So
for Song of the Year, for instance, which happens to be the main bone of contention this season, it was 100% public nomination.
That's the Song of the Year.
To nominate the song was 100% public. So the public, that is why when you look at the list that came out, it was the category that had the highest number of songs.
Okay.
So 100% public nominations, 12. But to win, there were 3 blocks.
Okay.
The board, the academy, and then the general public. In all these 3.
Okay, what percentage?
Yeah.
Does
the board has 30%.
Yeah. Okay.
The academy has 30%, and the public has a massive 40% to determine who wins what. Right. So all the people agitating.
I want us to get into the nitty-gritties of this Fancy Gadam and the Patapaa thing.
Yeah.
So in the board's mind, the academy's mind, 60%.
Solid
60%. Why couldn't they have thought about Patapaa's crazy?
How do you know they didn't?
So, well, because if they did, 60% against the public's 40%.
The good thing about it is that some might say it's also the
because
other
Patapaa's song, you know,
it's a big song.
It was
I know.
a big
all
song.
over, not
people
all
are
over
dancing
the country,
everywhere. President
all over Africa.
President.
Now the thing is this:
and
the academy is made up of about 200 people dotted across the entire nation.
Yeah.
Some vote online, some vote physically in person.
Yeah.
But all the votings are collated and supervised and monitored by KPMG, a world-renowned accounting organization. And they don't vote like a group. Oh, Charlie, make we come together. So this one, make we vote for this one. This one. No. It's an individual effort.
Okay, the academy.
And exactly. So let us even assume, in the rarest of all cases, that the board decided to give its 30% to Patapaa.
Yeah.
All of it. He still needed some of that 70% to be able to win. The 30% from the board alone wouldn't be enough. And the board sits in one room to vote, and it's made up of about 15 people. They sit in one room right here in Accra to vote. So it could be possible that the board could decide to have given all their 30% to Patapaa. Even then, it's still not enough for him to win. He would still need part of the academy, and he would need part of the public.
Yeah.
Why? And when they spoke to Fancy Gadam, he made a point that made perfect sense. I heard he made an analogy like he knows he cannot influence the board.
Yeah.
He knows he doesn't even know the people that make up the academy. He knows they are all over the country.
That makes sense.
And so he knows that the only people that he can influence is the public. How can he influence the public? One, he can rally for votes. He can campaign just like politicians do. I mean, you're still also a politician. You've done political campaigns. You know how it is. When you do it effectively, people do vote for you. So he said he knew the public had a massive 40%. If he was able to get at least 30% of that 40% from the public and get 10% from board, 10% from academy, he has 50%.
It means that
he has 11 other people to go and share the remaining 50%.
Yeah. It means that, like you said, it's more of a political thing and that form of thing that if you want to campaign for votes, because that's what the voting angle is made for.
Beyond that,
if you do that, it's possible that you can win over.
Beyond that, what is a musician without a fan base? Really, think about it. What are you without a fan base? So it is also for you to connect with your fan base. Right. It is also for you to let them know that, look, I'm here for you. It is not just about the music. I'm a human being just like the rest of you. Let us do this together. When I win this, it is not just for me, it is for us. And a lot of those that campaign along those lines did very well in the scheme, because it is not just people, let's learn to look at it beyond
Is that the same
votes.
instance with Patience Nyako, who thinks that
it is a gospel career. Who thinks that what?
The mentor is more credible than music.
It's our opinion. I didn't know Patience Nyako was interested in partaking in mentor. Maybe TV3 should consider putting her on. I'm sure she'll make a good contestant.
TV3, we have to consider Patience Nyako for mentor.
Yeah, it looks like she's very interested. But because she's
no,
expressed interest.
It wasn't just about that one.
Yeah.
She also spoke about some big people that might dance for some TV station called Diasa. Is it that one is also more credible?
Yeah, she should gain some weight. And you're bad. Which means imagine Patience Nyako, why you or compete Patience new.